Okay, very briefly, these are the covers for the traps on the Mosley TA-33, and you look at the ends and you can see that they're corroded, very corroded, where the plastic caps wrapped around the outside have held moisture and maybe salt in there and become corroded. And if you look inside, you'll see there's considerable corrosion there too. So what I'm going to do is take my little Scotch pad and give these a quick scrape, and then over here I've got phosphoric acid and water. It's diluted about 50-50, and if you're going to dilute acid, put the water in there and then pour the water into the acid, not the other way around, or it can blow up in your face. Very important. So I'm just going to stand them up in here after I've given them a brief scrape and let them sit for a while and see if it happens. So that's a 3M abrasive pad, came from the hardware store. I think it cost, I don't know, $1, $2, $3, not a lot. You can use those kitchen scrubbers with a heavy-duty kitchen sponge with a heavy-duty scrubber on the back. That'll work too. I just happened to see this, so I grabbed it. We'll give it a try. I got this antenna just resting on the camera resting on the antenna. So here's a crusty one. Just going to put it in here, do this a little bit. And that's what you get where there's really hard corrosion left. It's not coming off after 30 seconds, but much of it is. I figured anything that would come off easily, I would do this way, and then let the acid take care of the rest of it, and then we'll probably do this again. I'm going to roll this up and put it inside. I can see the fingerprints on my camera after I just did that for 30 seconds on one of them. So you probably want to wear a dust mask when you do this, and probably should wear gloves too. Certainly going to have to wash your hands afterwards. This spot right here where this screw hole is, that's where the wire that comes out of that coil attaches, and that's the place that absolutely has to be shiny bright. If you don't do anything else, clean a little place about the diameter of a dime right around that screw hole, so that you got something to work with. Otherwise, this is another one that I did. And just the inside of these things are pretty corroded. I was surprised at how corroded they were. I don't know why the coils that were inside them. So they're going to require acid inside and scrubbing and all that kind of good stuff. But I'm going to work on the ends first here and see what we accomplish with the diluted acid, because I don't know how well that's going to work. I got to thinking that maybe if the acid was diluted some, it might give the corrosion some place to go rather than working with full strength acid. I don't know. Just sit down and do the chemistry of that, but got other things to worry about. So I think what I'll do is I'll stand these on end, and for a while come around, stand the other end in the acid and see what we get. And then eventually they're going to lay in the tub like that and get turned periodically so we can get the inside clean as well. There's probably something to be said for taking a dowel, cutting a slot in it, putting a strip of this, cut a strip of this with a pair of scissors, put it in a slot, chuck it in a drill or a drill press so that you can run it down inside these tubes. I think that's what we're going to have to do, because this tube's corroded all the way through. So I think that's what we're going to do to clean the inside. You can see parts of this clean right up, and some parts have this hard corrosion on that's not coming off. I just decided I would get the part that comes off easily this way, and for better or for worse, I don't know if this is stupid or not. I guess I'll do one where I don't put it through the abrasive, and we'll put it in as a comparison. So the idea here is to have this acid in here about 1 inch deep. I think I'll go get a block of wood and tilt this. Oh, here's a brick, that'll work. Anyway, I didn't want to handle my camera now. I got so much crud on my hands. Anyway, I'm going to let it stand like this for a couple hours, and we'll see what we get. So the trap covers have been soaking in this diluted phosphoric acid and water for a couple of hours. The outside temperature is quite cool. It's under 60 degrees, probably about 55. So stuff's not working terribly fast, but you can see this foaming, which is indicative of some chemical action going on in there. And I think I can safely let these things sit in here overnight. I might take them out here in an hour or so and stick them in some other tub and neutralize the acid. They were kind of crusty inside, and I'd like to do as little mechanical work on these things as I can. Reduce the amount of hand or machine work I have to use to clean them up. I'd like to just get the traps back together and move on to other stuff like this junk here, which has got plenty of corrosion of its own. Let's take a look inside this tube, and what you see here is that that most of the corrosion has been taken off, and the really hard corrosion, oh, get in the picture, come on, is been softened up and still been worked on, but still it's going to take some mechanical work to do. Very hard to photograph. Okay, after a couple of hours in the dilute acid bath and going through a bath where you neutralize it with soda and water, you're going to get something that looks like this. And then you're going to take your little green pad And you're gonna just go after the ends for a minute or two, and then you're gonna have trap covers that look like this. And this one, this is the really important part here where the screw attaches. That one can use a little more scrubbing. Still a little pitting left there. But others, yeah, look pretty good. These can all maybe use a little more scrubbing with the green pad, maybe with emery cloth. But they're pretty good. Yeah, you know, you're not going to get rid of all of the, where you had corrosion and you removed it, you're going to have some pitting. That's just the name of the game. This doesn't want to focus very well. But anyway, that one has not been gone at with the green pad at all, and these have, and you can see the difference. I guess you could polish up all your traps if you wanted to have it be a metal, candy apple metal fake baby or something. But anyway, that's what we did. And let's see inside. You can still see the remnants of corrosion in there. All the loose white crud is gone. Probably we'll run a scrubber pad through there and make them look as good as this. But you know, that needs to be gone after. So it gets rid of all the loose white stuff. It softens up the hard stuff, and you can get after it better with the green pad. And I think if you use the pad damp, you won't get all that much dust as we. Okay, well, here they are, dried off and on the workbench, and you can see what we got. I'd say all of these want a little touch up with something, a file, grinding wheel, emery cloth, something. But you know, this pitting is a result of the corrosion. When you remove the corrosion, you're left with whatever damage the corrosion did, which is the loss of some metal. So we're going to do the best we can to make these things nice and clean and smooth, so that we can connect our coil wires back up to them again. But considering what they were, maybe we'll grab a picture of before and put it in the video here so you can see the before and after. Considerably improved, and we'll be able to get good electrical connections there, and that's what this is all about.